thee a God.
What did he say? See.
See.
See. I will.
I have.
I have made you a God to an extent that you can see it. You. Don't pray about it. See that I have made you a what?
A God
unto
to Pharaoh. And Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet.
So what does God say? The first chapter that you read, God is now presenting Aaron before Moses. And God is saying, you will tell him, you will tell Aaron what to tell Pharaoh. So I want you to look at the divine structure. You have God himself telling Moses, who is a God, who goes on to tell his prophet what his prophet goes on to tell Pharaoh. And when that structure is followed, what you're going to have are miracles in Egypt. I cannot ask you to go and perform such miracles unless I've made you a God. Those kinds of miracles, you don't need to be fasting and praying whilst you're there. You'll be in trouble. These miracles are too extreme that I have to make you a God first before I release you. When Pharaoh looks at you, he's not going to say a prophet has visited my land. He must feel the presence of a God in Egypt. That's why he says, see. You will see it. We are here as gods. The devil must never be worried about God. He must worry about us.
Yes.
We must give him consent.
Yes. Yes.
When we have such a structure where I sit behind as God the Almighty, and then I make you a God, because now you occupy my office, you have to be as quiet as I am. It doesn't have to be you talking. You must have a prophet. That's why you have ascended beyond the realm of prophets. You now require your own prophet. And in that instance, during your stay in Egypt, it should never be heard that you said too many words. That's not our responsibility as God's. You mandate, you speak into the ears of your prophet and let them do the talking, let them move around and prophesy. That is the structure that is divine, where God is quiet and the prophets are speaking. And then everything that Aaron went on to say was what he heard from God, Moses. And everything that Moses said was what he heard from God, the Almighty. When God speaks, I told you, it is the part of him within you that hears him. When he tells you to go out there, lay hands on the sick, raise the dead, he's not talking to all of you. That assignment is given to the part of him within you, capable of raising the dead. You have an aspect of yourself that can do the supernatural. Jesus came here. He stayed for how many years? 33 years, and he ascended. So that is the physical belief that Jesus was once here for 33 years and he ascended and then he is normal. That is the belief that we have. But unless we go beyond that, we cannot realize the power that was activated on the cross. Let me show you the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 53, verse number 10.
Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him.
Referring to who? The prophet?
Jesus.
Yes, it's referring to Jesus. Yet it pleased the what?
The Lord.
To what?
To bruise him.
It pleased the Lord to bruise him. It pleased the Lord to bruise him. It's either the Lord is the Father or the Lord is Jesus himself, pleased by the bruising of his humanity. Now, I want you to follow something there, okay? So it pleased the Lord. Apart from, you think that God was always angry when Jesus was being bruised. What pleased really, if it is the Father who was pleased by the bruising of Jesus? What made the Father so happy, so pleased by that bruising? If there was no benefit, and what was the benefit, if there was any?
Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him.
Yes.
He hath put him to grief.
He put him. Who put him to grief? Him. The Lord. Put him to grief. Yes.
When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin.
When he was made, this is prophetic, at the time when his soul shall be made an offering for sin. That's the time of the bruising. Are you following this?
Yes, Lord.
But why is the Lord pleased? Keep on reading.
He shall see his seed.
That is where the pleasure is coming from. The Lord knows, let's say the Father knows that when I subject my son to the bruising, what I've created is a continuation of a generation of God, the God-man. that is what pleased the Lord. Not really the bruising. No, but what happens when he is bruised. He will see what? His seed. So there is going to be a seed after the bruising. There is a seed. There is a seed. We are his seed. And that cannot happen unless he's bruised. So after the bruising, after the cross, after him becoming the sacrificial lamb, there is the seed that remains on the earth. Why? Keep on reading.
He shall prolong his days.
He, not they, he, the Christ himself, shall what? Prolong. Look at this technology. Jesus wants to be on the earth forever, not for 33 years. For him to prolong his stay on the earth, there's need for his seed to remain on the earth. We are his extension. As long as we are here, Jesus is here.
Yes.
Oh. These are things that people are not allowed to know.
Indeed, Father. Indeed, Father. Thank you so much.
Because the devil knows what becomes of you when you have access to this kind of knowledge. He will prolong his days. Never left the earth. He's here because we are here. He's here because we are here. He's here because we are here. The God-man. The God-man. The God-man.
May I continue?
Wow.
You can finish.
And the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand.
The pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. So the Lord has a pleasure, but he wants a place where his pleasure can prosper. And the thing that can facilitate the fulfillment of the pleasure of the Lord is his hand, his extension. His extension. We are here as Jesus' extension to bring about the fulfillment of the pleasure of the Lord. When his life is prolonged, the hand is an extension. Not during his stay when Jesus was here, no, when he's gone. And we remain as an extension of his stay, of his hand. Then the Lord will realize his pleasure. We are here to make him happy. Yes, Father. Yes, Father. Yes, Father. So I'm not saying God outside and God within you, the same size. It's a part of God. It's a part of God. It's a part of God that you can't worship because it's a part of God. That's the reason sometimes as a child of God, though you have a part of God, you also look for someone that can help you when you're in need. Who can help me? Who can help me? I need to call a friend. I need somebody to talk to. You know, why are you looking for someone when you already have God within you? You're not looking for someone. It's a piece of God within you looking for another piece so that you become complete. We are members of one body. Okay? Do you know how to search and look for the God within a man? Have you ever had a problem and you felt like, I'm really in a serious situation. I'm really in a serious situation. And I have no idea. I don't even know how I'm going to make it up to tomorrow. Things are so hard and so tight. Any direction you turn, there's fire. It is during that time when you say to yourself, who can help me come out of this place? Have you ever found yourself going through names in your phone until you get to the end? The reason why you can't find is not because there are no people. It's because there is no God. You're looking for a God within the person. Something tells you, I need someone who can talk to me. If you've never been in such a situation, God bless you. But some of us, we've been there before, where the whole idea that you have is that if only I can get to talk to the right person, I need someone. Don't know whether you've ever felt the pastors, where you say, I wish someone could. I need to hear something, I don't know what it is. If I knew what it is, I would just tell myself, but I don't know what it is. But who can I talk to? And you look everywhere, and you can't find the help that you're searching for. I don't know what to do. It happens especially when you have wrong connections and wrong people around you. Can I talk a little bit about that? Please? I personally had quite a number of friends before, many connections. But you get to a point in life where you evaluate the cost of maintaining a relationship. The cost, especially when you realize that when you opened an account, a spiritual account called relationship. You are the only guy making deposits, and the other guy is coming to make withdrawals. It's a costly relationship. It drains you. It kills you. It suffocates you. That doesn't help you bring out the God within. So I entered into a phase where I said, I have to disconnect. And I got to a point when, after a certain disconnection, I discovered there was now a connection. Connections that will be activated at the time of disconnection. The day you lose a wrong person in your life is the day the door opens up for the right guy to come in. Because right people are waiting for the wrong people to exit your life. Right people, they are waiting, they've been waiting ever since for the wrong people to exit your life first. Because they don't want to be a part of a wrong company. Now, some of you have many friends. I understand where you are because I've been there before. There comes a time, even when Jesus was ministering and he was told in the middle of a sermon that you have your relatives looking for you. He said, what are you talking about? These are my relatives that are here. Imagine how Jesus felt, having all that grace and power and anointing. And members of your family are not in the church. They were not present, not eager to hear his word. In fact, they are calling him out so that he gets out of his service to come and attend to them. And he's doing an analysis here. He's telling us, so how can those be relatives when they are here to call me out of my calling? They're inviting me out of my calling. I have to stop preaching because they are here. What kind of a connection is that? Are you following these pastors? I said I will give you practical issues so that you know how to bring out the God from within you. And you watch as you see him do supernatural things away from your physical body. He says, my brothers and my sisters are these ones that are here listening to my word. You have to make bold decisions. The difference between me and you is not that we once had bad friends. The difference is that I did something and I knew what to do. When you have certain people in your life, you must be able to count the cost, like I'm saying. It's not bad for you to be the one helping. It's not bad. It's not bad. Sometimes you have this superior grace. You have knowledge that transcends. So people obviously come to you for help. You should not be disturbed by that. You are the presence of God placed by God in their midst to offer service. Don't. But the only problem that you will have is when the one that you are helping starts believing that he's the one helping you, then you now have a problem. You now have a very big problem.